Hi everyone, this is Ed from Demon Speed Motorsports. I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about design cycle and the development of one of our parts. A fairly simple part, and yet we spent a lot of time and a lot of energy making it perfect for our customers, right? The part that I'm talking to you today about is our wheel socket tool. So this tool is used to put on and take off the center lock wheel nuts on a 991, 992 Cup, as well as some earlier RSRs. But the primary purpose is the 991, 992 Cup cars. This is the finished product here, but I'll take you through exactly how we got to that point. So a few years ago, I had decided that I wanted to try to make a 3/4 inch version of the factory tool, because all of my tools, all of my drives are 3/4 inch. I don't have any 1-inch drives for them. And I know that a lot of my customers are the same way. So and the other thing that I know is that when you put an adapter into these tools and you use an impact on it, you lose torque. Just because of all the connection points, you're not getting as good of an impact as you would if everything was direct connect. So my idea was to take the factory tool, it had to be modified, and then I've got a sleeve, a steel sleeve that's on the inside of there that I would press in and then hold in with set screws. So that's what I made. I actually have a whole box of these inserts that I had made up. And it worked fine, except that, the way that I had originally designed it with the set screws, it didn't, the tool still walked. So I was constantly pushing the insert back and forth, and modifying the factory socket to be able to take that insert wasn't all that much fun, so never took it to market. But I did use it myself. And, for the last 2 or 3 years, it's been great for me. So as time went on, finally got to the point where I said, you know what? I'm going to design one of these up myself. I'm going to make it so it's a 3/4 inch size or a 1-inch size and put it all together. So the first thing I did was we modeled up the spline pattern that's on the nut and made a 3/4 inch size and 3D printed it. This is the result of that. And then we had a prototype made. So very similar to the original, except that it's got the 3/4 inch size and a few other little changes to it that you can visibly see. So we went ahead and tried this out. We had Andrew go through and put a wheel nut on and off 100 times or so, and we didn't like the results. As you can see here on the 3/4 inch square, it is egged out pretty good from the impact of the 3/4 inch drive. It occurred to us that maybe that is why Porsche Motorsports makes them in 1-inch size, to spread out the load of the impacts more. Not to be deterred, we went back to the drawing board, considered the original design, which was to have a steel sleeve pressed in, and made that one. So now we've got a new style 3/4 inch sleeve pressed into a 1-inch square, held in with the same dog point set screws that we had in the original, only modified the design so it wouldn't walk, and brought it in, and had Andrew again go ahead and run it onto the nut onto the car about 100 times again. And after taking a look at it, now this is hard coat anodized, right? So took a look at it, and after just 100 installs, which is considerable, right? So if you're talking about a car with 4 nuts, 100 is somewhere around, so we installed this and uninstalled it, about 25 car sets, right? But nonetheless, you can see here, or you can't see here, but I'll tell you about it, the hard coat anodizing on the leading edge of some of these splines here, the drive splines, started losing its coating. And we didn't want that. We didn't want our customers to be like, okay, I've had this thing for a couple of years now, it's starting to wear out, I'm gonna go get another one. It's no good for us. So we went back to the supplier and we said, hey, hard coat anodizing, nice, but not good enough. So they came back and said, okay, we got this other coating that we can provide you. It's called DLC. DLC stands for diamond-like coating. So it's as hard as you're going to get on aluminum. It has done very well. We had a prototype made up, again with our pressed-in sleeve, and we again sent Andrew back to the car, this time to do 200 installs and uninstalls on this wheel nut. So this wheel nut is beat up. Can't use this one anymore. In fact, what I did was I pulled down a bent wheel and used a bent wheel, had him use a bent wheel when he installed it so it wouldn't mess up the wheel, just because I knew that was going to be a lot of uninstalls and installs. So that's going in the garbage after this video. But so after 200 times, which is about 50 sets of wheels going on and off of your car, we took a look at this and we looked at it under the microscope, and the coating is pretty much perfect all the way around. So we were very happy with that. So we put this into production, and this is now the production piece. We made a couple little changes as time went on, but this is it. It's got the Demon Speed logo on it. It's diamond-like coated. It's got the steel insert, and it'll do extremely well for you. It's probably going to be the last tool that you're ever going to have to buy, and very attractive, very good looking, hold up perfect, and you can get it in the 3/4 inch size with the insert already inserted into it, so you can use your 3/4 inch tools, or if you have 1 inch tools, you can get the original. Doesn't have a steel insert because it doesn't need it. Also in the diamond-like coating. I just didn't grab one of those to show you guys. So you can have your choice, the 3/4 inch size or the 1 inch size. That was it. I just wanted to take you through a little design cycle, show you what it takes to actually bring a part to market. To give you an idea, other than, you know, a few years ago when we started the idea of that steel insert, this was printed about 6 months ago. So it took us about 6 months to go from an idea to a finished product that now we can sell.